topic is on cultural construction of nature. And here with us is
Andrew.
To start off, I would like to just ask you a broad question of your definition of nature. So can you please define that word in your own words, please?
Nature is the outdoors. It's like everything is natural. I try to go to nature as much as I can. I don't know if it's an everyday experience, but when I think of nature, I think of Boulder, Colorado.
So you said when you think of nature, you think of Boulder, Colorado. So are you originally from Boulder, Colorado, or where are you originally from?
Actually from Austin, Texas.
Oh, wow. So like completely different.
Completely different.
So when you moved to Colorado for college, do you tend to go outdoors more, or do you, has anything changed from your experience back home in Austin, Texas, or is it the same?
Oh, it's completely different. It's different because now there's mountains. Like back home, I'd go out as much as I could, but we have hills, which you can explore, and there's trails and stuff, but here there's just so much more, and the overall vibe of just Boulder is definitely more outdoorsy and naturey.
Would you consider nature as a primary aspect of your life, or a priority to spend as much time outdoors, or is it just something that you've grown up with?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a priority. I think being in nature, at least as a college student, is pretty healthy because it's definitely a break from the stress, and you can relax and get exercise too, so it's a good combination of.
What do you typically do in nature? What do you experience when you go in the outdoors? Do you do certain activities?
Well, actually, I'm a mountain biker. Out there it's really peaceful, and it's just a nice time to kind of focus on yourself and not worry about other things. And also it's just like being one-on-one with nature.
So can you tell me a time when you have realized that you were completely immersed in nature?
I was in Alaska doing some backpacking. I was going for this goal of making it to the top. I think in the back of everyone's mind, knowing what we would worked for would make it all worth it is what pushed everyone to make it to the top. But once we got there, it was probably one of the best moments of all of our lives.
Back to biking, what is your best experience that you have had while doing that?
My best experience is also my worst. So I went to Whistler, British Columbia, in Canada. They have this really, really cool bike park. It's kind of like a dream trip, but I ended up hurting myself pretty badly. I broke my hip, but also on the same trip, I did get to ride some of the best trails I've ever been on, and it was just a dream trip that I've always wanted to go.
When did you start biking? Was it when you were young? Was it with family? Tell me about your first experience. Did you immediately like it?
I taught myself how to ride a bike when I was 4 years old, and my dad used to always take me biking at the high school that I went to because they have trails on campus and stuff. So I've been going there for pretty much all my life. I think the opposite of nature would be huge, developed, civilized places like New York, just because they're so, artificial. Everything's man-made.
When you take nature and then what you described as the opposite of nature, what's the difference of how you feel in both of those situations? Is there a difference between how you feel in nature and how you feel in a city life?
Yeah, I feel definitely more at home in nature. I think that's what I'm more. Well, I grew up in a big city, so I'm definitely used to, what I consider not nature. But I always felt more comfortable in nature, just happier. So, and also I feel you act different ways in both, because in city or just civilized places, there's more almost rules. There's normal. It's what's normal, but when you're in nature, nothing has really been set, so you can really be who you want to be.
when you take downhill biking and nature, our two main topics right now, how can those two correlate to each other?
Right. So when you go downhilling, I mean, trees everywhere. Like, I mean, you're really, I mean, in a sense, out there.
Mm-hmm.